Could it happen to me? Immigration detention in Hong Kong. Chapter 1. What is immigration detention?
Migrants come to Hong Kong for different reasons. Some come voluntarily to visit, study, or work, while some have no choice. They might be escaping persecution in their home countries or are trafficked into Hong Kong. While in Hong Kong, if they are suspected of or actually break the law, they may face immigration detention. Detention can happen suddenly. Understanding when a person could be detained means that you can be better prepared if you, your family, or friends face detention. A migrant can be put in immigration detention because they committed or are suspected of committing criminal or immigration offenses. Criminal offenses include theft and drug smuggling. Immigration offenses include working without a suitable visa, overstaying a visa, or entering Hong Kong on fake travel documents. If a migrant is found guilty of a criminal offense, they could be sent to prison. After finishing their prison sentence, they may be detained in an immigration detention center before being removed from Hong Kong. If someone commits an immigration offense, they may also go to prison, or they may be put directly in immigration detention. People go to prison after they are found guilty of a crime in court. A prison sentence is a fixed number of days, so they know how long they will be in prison. But in immigration detention, there is nothing like a prison sentence, so people may not know how long they will be there. For example, a person could be detained until they are removed from Hong Kong. The decision to detain a migrant is made by the government instead of a court. Hong Kong has over 100 locations where people can be detained under the law, but there are 3 main immigration detention centers: Castle Peak Bay Immigration Center, which is also called CIC, Matau Kok Detention Center, and Tai Tam Gap Correctional Institution. The government is planning to open a 4th detention center in 2023. Any migrant could face immigration detention. We will focus on 2 groups: migrant domestic workers and asylum seekers.
Chapter 2. Migrant domestic workers.
There are about 400,000 migrant domestic workers in Hong Kong. They arrive on a 2-year foreign domestic worker visa, and they are required to live with their employer. In 2022, the minimum wage for a migrant domestic worker was 4,730 Hong Kong dollars per month. Some may experience poor working conditions and exploitation. Rosalind, Anna, and Betty are employed as migrant domestic workers. Rosalind is employed by a man who owns a restaurant. He asks her to work at the restaurant at night. Anna's employer asks her to work on Saturdays for his parents who live in a separate household. Betty works part-time on Sundays for an extra salary to support her family. All 3 of these situations are examples of illegal work. A migrant domestic workers contract only allows them to work for the employer stated in the contract. If they are found working anywhere else, they can be detained and sent back to their home countries. Teresa is a migrant domestic worker and a single mother of 3 children. She is the sole provider for her family. She is fired from her job and under the law only has 2 weeks to find a new job before her visa is terminated. Unfortunately, Teresa is not able to find another job in 2 weeks. She decides to stay and work illegally. One day, Teresa is stopped by the police. They check her Hong Kong ID and discover that she overstayed her visa. After serving her prison sentence for overstaying, she is sent to CIC for 2 weeks before she is sent back to her home country.
Chapter 3.
Asylum seekers.
USM.
An asylum seeker is a person who fled their country due to the risk of serious human rights violations, like torture or killing. In Hong Kong, asylum seekers can apply to the Immigration Department for permission to remain in Hong Kong because they would face death or serious abuse if they are sent back to their countries. This application procedure is called the Unified Screening Mechanism, or USM. There are about 14,000 asylum seekers in Hong Kong. Zaha is an asylum seeker and arrived in Hong Kong on a tourist visa. She tries to apply to the USM, but immigration officers inform her that she has to wait for her visa to expire. After her visa expires, Zaha goes to make her claim and she is arrested for being an overstayer. She is taken to Matau Kok and then to CIC. Eventually, she is released with a recognizance paper. If an asylum seeker arrives in Hong Kong on a visa, they are required to overstay their visa before they can apply for the USM. After they overstay their visa, they will be served a removal or deportation order. During the USM process, this order is put on hold, but it will be reactivated if a person's USM claim is unsuccessful in the end. David is an asylum seeker in Hong Kong with his wife and 3 children. A USM application can take months or even years to be decided. During this time, applicants are not allowed to work and receive only a small stipend to live on. One day, a friend offers David some work washing dishes in a restaurant. The police raid the restaurant and David is arrested for working illegally. As of 2022, the government provides 1,500 Hong Kong dollars to adult asylum seekers for rent and 1,200 Hong Kong dollars for food every month. With Hong Kong's high cost of living, it is extremely difficult to live a decent life on this. As a result, some applicants may resort to illegal work to support themselves and their families. If they are caught, they can end up in prison, immigration detention, or both. Jeffrey is an asylum seeker on recognizance. He reports to the Immigration Department every 6 weeks for his recognizance. The Immigration Department may provide recognizance papers to USM applicants while they are waiting for their claims to be processed. These papers allow applicants to live in Hong Kong, but they are not allowed to work. One day, Jeffrey's USM claim is rejected. He is detained when he goes to the Immigration Department for his regular reporting. He is taken to CIC and told that he must wait there until he is returned to his home country. If a person's USM claim is rejected, the removal or deportation order issued when they first applied for protection is reactivated. They can be detained until they are removed from Hong Kong. To learn more, you can find useful resources in the video description. A booklet with information for detainees, a handbook of information for friends and families of detainees, and a list of organizations who support migrants in Hong Kong. This video was created in early 2023 by the Immigration Detention in Hong Kong research project at the Faculty of Law and the Chinese University of Hong Kong.